Hey guys, what's going on? It's Doombreaker again, and I'm here with another episode of Visual Basic, the basics for you guys. So today is going to be somewhat of a weird episode because I'm going to cover something that I should have said in the select case video, but I basically forgot it. And just to make the video a little longer, I'm going to show you some small tricks that might come in handy. So to start off, do you guys remember when I said that the select case statement is only for when you have variables? Well, I lied. So you can also use it like this. So let's just double click the button, select case, and now we're going to type textbox1, textbox1 dot text. Alright, so this is another way to do it. So you can now do case hello and then message box message box hi, then case how are you, message box I'm fine. I'm the slowest typer ever. So this is another way to do it. So when we test this and we go and say hello, it's going to say hi. If you type how are you, it's going to say I'm fine. So that's another way to do it. So you can also take one property of one tool thingy from the toolbox, and you can basically use that. So you don't necessarily have to use variables. So this can kind of come in handy for when you are doing stuff like if textbox1.text equals blah blah, and then you could do else if textbox1, but that's just far too long and far too much stuff to type. So for now I'm going to, because we're like about 2 or 3 minutes, I have no idea, I'm just guessing, into the video, I'm going to show you some other stuff that might come in handy. So first of all, are notes. So you can put notes in your code. Notes are basically stuff that you need to remember about your code, or just to make stuff more clear, or for when other people are reading your code so they can understand what you're doing and stuff. So how to do that is you just put a little whatever this is, and then you can just type. So this is a select case statement that will show you how to do some stuff. Alright, so as you can see, the text I've put here is green, which means it is being ignored by the compiler. So when you make it into an application, it's just going to ignore that line and just say, you know what, I'm just not going to pay attention to that line whatsoever, because the only thing that is necessary is this piece of code and this and all that. So you can also put this behind a line, and you can say, well, this is some stupid line, and now the compiler is going to read this code, but it's not going to read this code. So this is just for the purposes of making your code more readable for other people or for yourself, and you can just type notes. So I mostly use that for key codes. So when I'm programming something with key codes, I would just look up the key code and then type key code A is equal to 5, for example, and now I know that the key code of A is 5, and now I can remember that. I can use that in future code or whatever. So now another little trick that we are going to use in the 10th episode, because then we are going to do some stuff with our calculator, is, if I can find it, a radio button. So I'm just going to add 2 radio buttons here. Where is it? Radio button here. You know what? Let's make that 4. So come on. We'll put 2 right here and 2 right here. So when we debug this, you can see that we can only use 1 radio button at a time. So that can be useful in some situations. If you don't want that, you can use checkboxes, but if you do want that, but you want more, well, groups, let's say, of radio buttons, let's just lower that for a second. What you need to do is you go to the toolbox and you go group box. So you drag in a group box and you resize it, and let's send that to the back, and just make sure that those are in your group box like so, and we'll drag these up. And if we debug this, you can see that I can only select 1 radio button that is in group box 1, but I can select another one that is not in group box 1. So if you want to do this kind of stuff, you can make multiple group boxes or make 1 group box and put the rest outside of it, or you can just mess with the code if you're really that pro, but this is the easiest way to do it. So thank you guys for watching the messed up episode called episode 9 of the Visual Basics the Basics. If you haven't already, please subscribe, or consider subscribing, because it helps me out a lot. It also helps you see my videos in your subscription box. If you like the video, press the little like button below, and I see you guys next time. Bye.